All right, y'all. We're going to try this again. Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Maritza George, on here to talk today about something that I feel is super important, and I hope that you do too. Today is 9/11, and today is one of those days that, our society takes a moment to pay our respects for those who lost their lives when we were attacked over in America, or here over in America. And so for all those who lost someone or who have been affected by 9/11, our thoughts and prayers remain with you. Yeah. So, Queens, today's topic is, do you love what you see when you're looking at yourself in the mirror? Again, do you love what you see when you're looking at yourself in the mirror? The reason I ask this is because I have noticed with myself, being now 55, cinco, that I noticed it actually a little bit before, but I feel like I'm paying a little bit more attention to it. I need something for my lips. I feel like I'm paying a little bit more attention to it, y'all, now that, I'm in that space where my birthday, had come up, and like I told y'all, like I really spend time and thought about how my year went, how well I did at staying the course and getting my goals done and all that good stuff. And being a good person, what I want to improve on, yada, 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 my walk with the Lord, all that, right? And what I began thinking about today was like, wow, like there's things that I want to improve on, because when I look at myself in the mirror, right, I'm not all that happy. Now, I'm in love with that, right? But, oh, that feels so good. But as it pertains to my weight, some things with my weight, like, I'm like, I got to get that together, right? I'm not happy with that. I have a particular goal that I have given myself because I'm not happy with that. And I have come to this conclusion that I am going to stick with it. I ain't going to talk about it. I ain't going to tell people, oh, I'm doing this, I'm going to be doing that, I signed up for this. I'm just going to get to work, and I'm going to be about my business, because who cares what other people think, right? And sometimes, we do that because we are looking for like the confirmation that, it's okay, and not necessarily permission. Whereas there are some things I do feel that we are asking people things like that because we're like looking for permission, but not as it pertains to something like taking better care of myself, right? But just so that I can, hear myself, and in some instances, have some level of accountability, right? But I'm at that space where I'm like, I done played this game before, I done talked about it, and now it's time to just be about it, right? Because I am 55, it's like, okay, Maritza, you have to start eating better, and you have to start working out. It's just that simple. And you have to prioritize that, right? You have to make sure that you make a special time available for that in your schedule, just like you would do if it was something that was important for your family. If it was something that your husband needed, or your kids needed, or your grandbabies needed, right? Or your parents needed, you would get it done. You would get it done. So you have to commit to that the same way. And I'm saying you, meaning me, but I'm hoping that you'll also understand that I'm addressing you. That, you know, we queens have to commit to the things of ourselves the way we are committing to things that pertain to everybody else that we love, and in some instances people we don't love, just jobs that we work. You know, I always talk about that. Like, I can think back to just how much I sacrificed working as a director of nursing, the things that I did, just a nurse in general, right? But especially when I was in administration, there was major sacrifice. There were major sacrifices. And that did not pertain to Maritza, right? Have no regrets. I'm just saying simply that when I use those things as a measurement and as to say, okay, sis, are you doing this for yourself? Just like you did that back then when it came to this, right? And if the answer is no, that tells me, okay, I gotta do better. Because at the very least, it should be measuring up to that. It shouldn't be anything less than that, right? Unless it was something that hurt me, right? That I was doing that wasn't healthy and I needed to stop anyway, right? I'm talking about things that are okay, they're healthy, or they just neither nor. But I'm like, okay, I put more energy into that than I did into becoming, into anything that pertained to me. And queens, I'm saying that same thing to you. What have you been doing as it pertains to you? And when you look at yourself in the mirror, are there things about you that you aren't liking? Honestly, right? Because you know what 55 has also taught me, queens, is that we, not just 55, but just getting older, one of the things that have come to me is that, you know what, it really doesn't matter what other people think. And we are on this journey so far as we know, one time in this lifetime. So it is super duper duper important that you do what you do, what makes you happy. That when you look at yourself in the mirror, that you feel good about you. And that if there are things that you can do to make you feel happier about you, right? Then you go ahead and do your thing and don't worry about what other people say. And as long as those aren't things, right, that are going to hurt us, right, that are going to cause us harm. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of thing that I'm talking about. So, for instance, my big thing is me losing weight, right? Big thing, and getting toned. I want to tone some things up. And just be handling my business. My legs, the bum, the boop, boop. My sisters up here, my arms, right? All that good stuff. I want to get it nice and in place and stacked and, you know, feel good on the inside. I don't want to be walking and be feeling out of breath. And come on, right? I want to eat food that energizes me, that for the most part, you know, you have your little days where you snack on stuff and whatever. It's your treat day or whatever they call it, right? But I want my body, I want to respect my temple. I want my temple to feel good. I want the Lord to feel good about Maritza as it pertains to her body, her temple. And that is the way that's what you should want. And that's the way you should feel. When you look at yourself, if you feel like, I feel really good about myself. I'm happy with myself. There's nothing that I want to change, right? Then that's good. That's awesome. That means that you've been handling your business, hopefully, right? Hopefully it's not out of laziness. Hopefully it's not out of a poverty mindset or a mind that hasn't grown, right? Hopefully it's because you have grown and you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, correct? Right? But if that's not the case for you, queens, I just want you to really search your soul and get real with yourself and look at yourself and determine, do I feel good about myself? Do I feel good on the inside of myself, right? Right? Do I feel what I'm supposed to be feeling? Or am I out of breath? Am I always tired and sluggish? Do I have brain fog, right? These aren't normal things with getting older. These are things that they have found that come with getting older when you are not taking care of yourself properly, when you are not eating properly, when you are not exercising, when you are not reading, right? Things to stimulate your mind, to help your mind continue to grow, right? And queens, I want that for you too. I want you to think about that, right? This is the next phase of our lives. Most of you guys that are watching me, right? And if you are younger and you're watching me, learn from it. Do it beforehand. Don't wait till you're my age and then get it, right? Because the goal is for you to get it sooner, for you to realize that you should love what you see, not just who you see, right? Right? Because that's different. Like, I love me, right? But I don't love what I allow my body to become, right? I don't love how I feel physically if I'm walking up a hill or running for a short distance, right? All that needs to be in shape. I should not be having any issues with that. I should not have any belly. My youngest child will be 24 in November, right? This should be like tight. No. But anyway, queens, I just wanted to press upon you to take a moment to look at yourself in the mirror and get real with yourself. Do you love what you see? And if you do, that might be, let me rewind this a little bit. If you are a little heavier, or if you are a heavy woman and you love what you see, rock on. Because not everybody wants to be tight and toned and this and that. The goal is to be in love with yourself in all areas, okay? So I do need to express that. So queens, spend some time in this area asking yourself this question. And if not, do what needs to be done. Begin to do what needs to be done and make time for yourself so that when you look in the mirror, you love everything that you see about you. Love you with the love of the Lord. Later.